Hi, everybody, and welcome to the premiere of Family Business. My name is William Brower, and I'm an author and screenwriter here in South Florida. Over 30 books published, and two of my short films have been optioned and produced. And with me is my Aunt Debbie. And between the two of us, we have both ventured into the entertainment industry over the years. And this is actually a little bit of a social journey and a little fun experiment that we decided to put together to share with the world. It has taken us this long. I'm not going to say my age or anything like that, but let's just say that there's a little bit of a gap, but not much. And although we do have a lot of interest and share a love of horror films and everything else, we're actually going to do also reactions to both things that we have our own personal interests with and also make comparative notes. So this is going to be a fun little journey between the two of us.
I'm Aunt Debbie. I am a character actor in Atlanta, Georgia. I just moved here from Los Angeles. A member of the unions. I have a website that will be listed. And William and I are two peas in a pod. He's the author, I'm the actor. We're both in the industry. We both mentor each other, and we both love horror. So that's our big thing. Excuse my background, guys. I just moved into my house, and you may see a dog or two pop up every so often.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little live audience to go along with the fun. So, well, I got a fun treat for the premiere episode, being this close to Halloween and everything else. This is one of the few parts where our little, even though as connected as we are, we do have a little bit of a split in the branch. And that's the simple fact that when I'm not writing at night or anything like that, I'm usually living on my PlayStation. And just recently, one of the game series, one of the few ones, I should state, that actually had appropriate jump scares that even startled me, as many times as I've read and watched horror films and even played the games. It actually impacted me on a positive note. It actually made me fall off the bed a few times. And this series is actually being remade. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up screen share and we're going to talk about Dead Space. So definitely going to be curious to see what your thoughts are going to be with this one. Considering I think you already said right off the bat, you're really not one for gaming, correct?
Correct. I'm not a gamer. I don't play. I don't know how to play. I mean, I'm from the Pac-Man days. So, in pinball days.
Well, hey, nothing wrong with that. So, all right, opening up the screen share. And here we go.
But I do like a good scare.
Well, here we go. This is 8 minutes of gameplay for the remastered version.
All right.
USG Ishimura, this is the emergency maintenance team of the USG Kelly responding to your distress call. Ice Clark.
What have you got, Isaac? What have you got, Isaac?
Half the Ishimura's in the red. Engines, hull, the triumphs.
Can you handle it alone?
Fix the centrifuge. Get the fuel running.
It's pretty scary. It definitely has an alien feel to it.
Get ready.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help.
Ah. Oh my gosh. It's already creeping me out.
This is only the trailer.
Wow. It's a good alien. Oh my goodness. Where'd he go?
Humanity will be made close to God.
So is that like ancient writing on there?
Isaac, it's me. It's all falling apart here. I can't believe what's happening.
I can't believe what's happening.
There we go. Time to check it out.
We have the video of lights playing at the same time. Just a second. Okay, and that's some fantastic lighting.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Yeah. So just like we saw in the concept, it's dark. It's really hard to see what's out there, and we do that on purpose to contribute to the fear of the unknown, right? You don't know what's back there. We're doing that on purpose. But then there's just a little
Terrifying.
bit of light in there, just so that it's not completely dead scene. And then as we look above us, we see the massive.
Only a little bit, right?
And it's, again, it makes us feel
Well,
small.
fear of the dark. Everybody has fear of the dark. You don't know what's out there. You hear things and you don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Down the basement. Don't go in the attic.
As we're looking around, we see all those effects that we saw earlier in Jim's. Now you see it here, steam coming out of the pipes. There's some secondary animation with the moving pistons. It gives life, it communicates that this is an industrial thematic.
And even his spacesuit looks like an alien.
Here with a little bit of
Yeah.
So who's the alien here, you know?
Exactly. That's a fun question.
I love the masks on sign up there.
Yeah.
You know, since you can see how it's worn down in certain parts where it's been used so often.
Yeah. Well, his spine reminds me of the old the Alien show. I can't think of what it was called. Noah Wiley was in it. Where they had those horrible robots that went, oh, and the
It was on TNT.
yeah,
I
and
forgot
his
the name.
back reminds me of what they would implant into the spine. The aliens would implant into a human spine.
Yeah.
You'll have to
So-
speak up. We've booted
Well-
up an engine.
Yeah, it's
That's
And believe it or not, that's actually your oxygen. So it changes color as you use it more. So that adds to the challenge of the gameplay, because if you start to panic, you run out of air.
Different treatments, and
Yeah.
silhouette that's got dried up on the side.
Let your tools do the talking.
More blood states, more blood conditions.
Yeah. And then we finally get here, and we're going to activate the engines.
Turn it on.
Let's turn it. And we look up above us.
Now, is this
Glorious.
an actor that has those little green things on a green screen? Or this is just animation?
It's probably a combination of both.
Humans come to life with completed transformation.
You know, those little green dots that they wear?
Yeah, the
For
motion capture.
Yeah.
To the right, we witnessed the scene of a horrific bloodbath. And yeah, that's what happened there.
Again, just that great teamwork.
So who wrote cut their limbs off? The alien or the
You can
good
get
guy?
in there.
You don't know yet.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
Down.
Reminds me of Saw or something, gory like that.
Mm-hmm. No, you got to remember, these are all things that you're first looking at when you come on board,
Ugh.
outside of all the damage.
Those sparks.
And that's it for today.
Horror pillar into this room with a bloody narrative scene on the
Oh,
bed.
yuck.
We want to insinuate that something horrible happened here and give
Yeah.
danger looming around every corner. Thank you for joining us on this behind-the-scene look at the environment art process, atmospherics.
So here I am in another test map. I have a few debug lights floating around so we can see what's happening here. I'll just back up and start one of our Steam effects. So what do we have here? It's a volume-based 3D simulation. It exists inside a container, and density and velocity values are pushed around to create what we see here. Something that's cool about this simulation is that it lives in the physics world. So if the player walks through it, it will interact.
Interact with what?
Also,
What he's doing.
like this battery,
This is a behind the scenes option.
this will work if I spawn an enemy. I disabled its AI, so it won't attack me.
That's why you don't see too much in the way of the regular background.
Slide and interact with him too.
Oh, what a cool alien.
Also works quite well with our lighting and renders.
He looks kind of like the thing from with the hands and the claws
We use
from the Quiet Place. Quiet. What's it called?
Quiet Place?
Quiet Place. Yeah.
Interact.
A little bit. He looks like. It's interesting that all of these aliens have something in common from all the horror movies, and I'm almost wondering if the script writers or the designers know something we don't know. Like, have they seen, Area 54 and they know what they look like? Because all the concepts seem to be similar.
Well, I mean, that's certainly possible, without a doubt. So, let me come back over here. There we are. So,
Well, that was a pretty cool game, actually. I think I would actually like playing that.
I think you would too. I mean, it's very, very well written, and believe it or not, they've actually produced a few films based off the series.
Oh, I would love to see the films. I
So-
love alien films. Totally
I
love them.
Oh, I know you do. So, so what do you
I'm
think?
watching a horror. Go ahead.
I was gonna say. So, what do you think? Does this mean this could be your first steps down the rabbit hole of becoming a gamer?
It could very well be. I love that alien. He is nasty looking. I mean, with those big saws on his claws and his, and his bent head, that makes it even scarier for me. But I would sure like to have a couple of those tools so I could, defend myself.
Oh, I can imagine. That's for sure.
I would not want to meet him in a dark alley or down my street. Did you see that alien popping out of the woods? Ah!
Oh yeah. I mean,
Do your duty.
And I mean, considering that you're so far back into the woods to begin with, something would tell me if you play this game and you hear a noise outside, you're going to probably freeze like a rabbit.
Those creatures come out at night, and I'll tell you, I don't know what they are, what kind of sounds they're making, but they are freaky. I'm from LA. Now I'm in the country of Georgia. So it is a big difference here. And last night we went down to 34. So my house started settling and creaking and making noises. And I kept getting up to look to see what's in the room, what's in there, what's going on, what's this noise. I can imagine watching this right before I go to bed. Ah! Night terrors.
But at the end of the day, though, it's the thrill of it all. I mean, it's what makes survival horror games so popular.
Well, I'm telling you now, I'm totally gonna survive the zombie apocalypse here. I'm telling you that now. I got my own well, my own electricity. I'm gonna grow my own food here. So, zombies, do your duty.
I think you've been watching The Walking Dead one too many times.
Well, I got a crush on the one guy,
I know. Norman
the
Reedus.
bow and arrow guy. Got a crush on him.
So I guess what you got to do now is, just kind of throw it out there and be like, hey, Norman, you're a actress. And if you need any help with any lines or any dialogue, you happen to be an acting coach.
I understand you're filming in Europe with Melissa McBride. If you need somebody, hello.
Precisely.
And Melissa, I believe I met you in LA when you were doing casting. Long time ago. I think I met you.
Well, see, there you go.
Yeah.
You have to admit, it's the small world, but it's the joy of the industry. I mean,
Oh,
you never know,
totally.
never know
Totally.
when the cross are going to pass, going to cross. So, all right. So, all in all, what are your thoughts on the remake of Dead Space? From what you've seen as a whole, do you think?
I think it's going to be great. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know what the original was, but I love the remake. The alien is scary as shit, and the stormtrooper, whatever you want to call the astronaut, pretty badass. I'd like to see him fight more though.
Oh, trust me,
I want to see what the tools are he's got.
whatever is laying around, it's more to the challenge of it. Whatever you can find.
Fight or flight. So
Bingo. And not to mention, there's going to be points where you're going to have zero gravity environment. So that means you can't control yourself all the way through.
oh no.
Oh, yeah.
The alien fly too. Does he have power to lift off?
Yep.
Oh, I watched Dash Cam yesterday, by the way.
Oh, okay. What did you think?
It was kind of creepy. It was interesting. I liked the filming technique. But it was good. It was a couple of twists and turns, and I'm like, what? WTF, what the fuck? I was like, excuse my French. I was like, wow, that was pretty wild. So,
But hey, at least they did a good job with it. So
yeah, it was fun. But I think this remake is going to be great. It looks a lot more high tech. And I'm not a gamer, so I don't know the words to say here. So
that's all right. And I mean, and it is. I mean, the original one was a lot darker just because of the programs that they used.
Darker as in physical darkness, or darker as in content dark?
More physical darkness.
Oh my God. We once had this, Terry and I had this couple, I can't say her name, but she was a stupid blonde. And we had seen a dark comedy, meaning, content was dark. And we were talking about the dark comedy. And she went, yeah, the lighting really was kind of dark, wasn't it? I was like, oh my God.
Well, I mean, you have to admit, sometimes you do find the occasional interesting comments.
She was stupid. Oh my God.
Well, your lips to the general public on that one.
Big boobs, blonde hair, guys fell all over her, but man, there was like, woohoo, nothing up there.
Oh boy. So now I know you worked on the 52 Weeks of Horror.
Yeah.
I think it was Hush, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you remember more than I do, boy. I got scrambled brains sometimes.
Well, it's the writer in me. I always research the subject matter before doing the interview.
We were a bunch of high school teachers. I think I was the counselor, and we were hiding under the stage of the auditorium as a horrible beast was on top trying to get in and kill us.
Yeah.
So we couldn't talk. That's why it was called Hushed. And of course, I'm the one that's freaking out the most, making the most noise. Because I'm also claustrophobic, which I really am. So, and we really were in a very tight space. And they were pouring dirt on us and rattling the boards and making these horrible scraping noises. It was pretty scary.
I can imagine, but I trust at the end of the day, though, equally just as fun, though.
Oh, it was wonderful. I had to go home and shower, though. I mean, I looked like a pack rat. I was just like, or not a pack rat, a swamp rat. I was totally dirty and my hair was all unkempt and my clothes were filthy, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
Well, awesome.
And you, my dear, Mr. Dragonsbane.
Yes.
We're trying to win the Powerball so we can produce it ourselves.
Well, that sounds like a game plan to me. Lord knows it's my magnum opus of writing. 30,
It
almost
sure
30,
is.
32 years of writing, 9 books. So no complaints, though.
excellent books, beautiful illustrations. I wish the guy would do your anime, but I get why he doesn't. So
Yeah, but but like anything else, it's a work in progress. We all
Yep.
have our own passion projects.
absolutely, and we're gonna get them done.
Exactly.
So thank you, William Brower, my nephew, my writer, and my mentor, my friend.
Well, thank you as well, Aunt Debbie, my favorite actress, and my co-host of this little venture of ours.
And
And
thank
of
you
course,
for getting me into this. It's a lot of fun.
well, no problem. And definitely thank you again, folks, for joining us on this. And
Yes, thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. We're going to do another one next week, and eventually, you have your own YouTube stuff now, right?
yeah, I have my own YouTube channel, Tessic Fan.
And I am going to be producing some of my own short films and putting them on YouTube very shortly. So we'll give you the links for that too.
Yeah, but for right now, though, be sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe to Family Business. And by all means, if you like the content that you see, be sure to put in the comments below your thoughts on everything. And if you have any recommendations on what we should both check into, I know we're always open to try new things and look at new material. And
it's us, we're going to be different generations too. So this is something from his generation. Next week, my generation.
Yep, here we go. Now the fun's really going to begin. But until next week, folks, take care for now.
Thank you for joining.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.